guys, long time no see. So this is the final pregnancy related video, I think, and it's my third trimester experience video. Now I have my little baby sleeping right next to me, so we'll see how this filming process goes. Luckily I took some notes during my third trimester, so I actually have something to talk about, because otherwise I wouldn't know what to say. Because honestly, I've forgotten what it feels like to be pregnant, or what it felt like, and I don't know, everything's just a blur. But I have my notes, and I'm just gonna give you a little overview of what my third trimester felt like. I was really happy. I remember when my third trimester started, because I was like, oh, I get to meet my baby real soon, but obviously it's still like 12 weeks, so it was a long time. We had just moved and renovated our apartment, and I was off work by then, I think. I had my vacation and everything. So the physical things, or like uncomfortable things, were definitely difficulty breathing, and it got worse. I remember that, because as my baby was growing, she was kind of pushing my lungs and everything higher and just squishing everything like, you don't need any organs, fuck you liver, fuck you lungs. And I remember just like standing was pretty difficult. And my belly was tensing up quite a lot. Like I was having, not Braxton Hicks, I didn't have any Braxton Hicks, but my belly was just like cramping up a bit, and then I needed to lie down, take it really easy, and then it got better. And as the baby was growing, she was getting stronger and bigger, and all her movements were getting pretty painful. Because she wasn't, I think in the first half of my third trimester she was pretty active still and pretty strong, so she was like kicking up a storm in my belly, and it hurt quite a lot, because you know, someone's punching you from the inside. But it was also a cute thing, because sometimes she would like stretch, or like, I don't know, kind of like scrape my belly from the inside or something, and then I could feel her little hands and feet. It was cute. You couldn't quite like see the marks. I don't know if you've seen any of those pictures where like the baby's foot is like pressing out the tummy. Didn't have quite that effect, but like, you could like see a little bump and definitely feel like a little hand moving there. But with her growth came another pretty painful thing. My butt started to hurt, because she was pretty low from second trimester on. Like her head was pretty much fixated, like really low in my pelvis. So when she grew and got heavier, she started to push on my tailbone, and I had those pretty horrible like butt pains, or like pelvis pains. No butt pain, yeah, it just felt like someone was like pressing my tailbone, which she was, and it was pretty painful. But I still tried to be active. I think I was the most active in my third trimester, because I was really trying to prepare myself for giving birth. So I went on walks, I think every single day. Like, okay, I might have missed a day or two, but I definitely went like, I think 5 times a week. I just walked around. Granted, I got slower and slower as the pregnancy progressed, because like from, I think from 33rd week by my notes, it was getting harder and harder to be, and it was getting more painful, and like I felt pretty like heavy all the time. I know that I remember that during like last weeks I felt like I was just like massive whale. Granted, I didn't have any swelling like in my fingers or my feet or anywhere, but I still felt so heavy and so big, which I was. But it was like harder to move around, and I was so slow. Like I think like 80-year-old women were like walking past me in the park. Yeah, park. We live near a park, like pretty much next to a park. So I had a chance to like enjoy some sunshine. I took my books and just went to the park, read some books, got some sunshine, and it was like a me time, a relaxed time. It was wonderful. I definitely suggest you have some me time during pregnancy, because you won't have much me time after you've had your baby. Yes, she's asleep right now for an hour or two, but can't really like go anywhere. Okay, back to pregnancy. Being active was quite hard, but it also kind of relieved all the aches and pains in my body. Like I tried to do some light yoga, which was really nice and relaxing, and even just going for like the tiniest walk, like just like a kilometer around the block, afterwards felt so nice. I could just put my feet up and relax, and like being active somehow made it easier being pregnant, although it was harder to be active. So and one thing that really made it easier to be this huge was taking baths. I love my bath, and I think I took like baths twice a week, because it was just so nice to be in like warm water and just relax. I suggest you do that if you have the chance and your doctor says it's okay. And I found that practicing my breathing for laboring was also easier in the bath, because I felt so relaxed and in the zone, and I had my like chill spa music on and closed my eyes and just practiced breathing, and like imagined like laboring, although what I imagined was so much different and so much better than the actual labor itself. Oh my god, I had no idea it was gonna be that hard. And so all in all, third trimester was a load of pain and heaviness, but it was also a time of excitement. I was just like touching my belly and talking to my little girl, and honestly felt so connected and so in love with her. And of course I was a bit mad at her for kicking me from the inside, because it was really painful, but also like I think I was the most relaxed and like chill during my final trimester. But the last thing I have written in my notes, and I think I wrote that like a week before I gave birth, was that I started to get some occasional nausea in the evenings. Not as bad as the first trimester one, but just like slightly getting nausea, and it's pretty common for the nausea to come back during the third trimester. So I didn't think much of it, but I think that maybe was a sign that I was soon going into labor. So that was my third trimester all summed up. I hope this video made some sense and wasn't like too rambly. Because fun fact, your brain is pretty much a mush, like non-existent after you give birth, because your brain is wired to only think of the baby. Like when it comes to my baby, my brain is very active, alert there, but when it comes to everything else, it's pretty much useless, because I find it really hard to like remember words even and think straight. But that's a topic for another video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hey, it's editing me, and of course I forgot quite a few things I wanted to mention, because postpartum brain is even worse than pregnancy brain. But I'm just gonna make this little clip and insert it somewhere. First thing I forgot to mention, during the pregnancy I gained about 7 or 8 kilos, so not a lot at all. I didn't get any stretch marks, which was fabulous. Oh yeah, and I still had heartburn all through the pregnancy and even some days postpartum, but that went away luckily. And one thing I really wanted to mention but forgot and really have to say is that third trimester was the time where I loved my body the most. I felt like, okay, I looked and felt like a massive whale, but at the same time I really loved my body and I loved my curves, like the bump curve and everything, because I didn't have any fat rolls, because, you know, skin was all taut. And I appreciated my body so much. I still do. It's a bit hard postpartum now, because my body looks the same as it did before, and I am having some troubles with it, but during pregnancy, especially the last trimester, I really loved it. I felt so lucky to be able to grow a human, and I know, I loved my body. I felt confident, although I hated that I didn't have many clothes to wear. I didn't want to invest in a lot of, pregnancy clothes if I was going to be able to wear them for just like a few months. So yeah, loved my body. I hope you love your pregnancy bodies, or loved or will love, because it's pretty damn amazing to be able to grow a human. Yeah, okay. If you'd like to hear about my experience laboring and giving birth, then let me know in the comments. I do remember giving birth pretty vividly right now, so I think it's a good time to film this video if you're interested in that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think it was the last from my like pregnancy related stuff. Now it's all onto baby related stuff, so I hope you're excited for that, because I am. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye!